One day, a flower and water meet and become friends. Initially, they continue their relationship as good friends. Of course, it took time to get to know each other. As time goes by, the flower becomes so happy that it can hardly contain itself with joy. It realizes that it has fallen in love with the water. Experiencing love for the first time, the flower starts spreading its fragrance all around. Just for your sake, oh water! There comes a time when the water also begins to feel something for the flower. It thinks it is in love with the flower, but the water too is experiencing love for the first time. Days and months pass, and the flower starts to wonder if the water loves it, because the water does not pay much attention to the flower. However, the flower is not used to such love, and it cannot stand it any longer, so it tells the water, "I love you." The water replies, "I love you too." Time passes, and again the flower says, "I love you." The water responds again, "I love you too." The flower is patient. It waits and waits, but eventually it reaches a point where it can no longer spread its fragrance. And for the last time, the flower tells the water, "I love you." The water replies again, "I told you, I love you too." But the day comes when the flower falls ill. Its color has faded, and it has turned yellow. It is bedridden now. The water waits by the flower's side, trying to help its beloved. It is clear that the flower is dying, and with great difficulty it turns its head. The flower says to the water, "I really love you." The water is deeply saddened by this situation, and as a last resort, it calls a doctor to find out what the problem is. The doctor comes and examines the flower and then says, "The patient's condition is hopeless. There is nothing more we can do." The water is curious about the cause of its beloved's death and asks the doctor. The doctor looks at the water and says, "The flower doesn't have any illness. This flower has just been deprived of water, and that is why it is dying." And the water finally understands. Just saying "I love you" was not enough for its beloved.